All right, we have developed. This is our scientific geek questionnaire.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
This is for anybody who's seen Inside the Actor Studio. We've come up with our own version of the Inside the Actor Studio.
And we managed to fit it on one piece of paper. We didn't need 500 little blue cards.
Whatever. We're far more legible handwriters. All right, here we go. First question: DC or Marvel?
Oh, Marvel, easy,
DC.
Hands down.
DC.
Really?
DC, come on.
Oh,
they
yeah,
have the
you got
pantheon.
Superman,
Yeah, but they have the pantheon of gods. I mean, like, come on, you've got the Trinity. I mean, like, there's kind of more to them in
I don't know.
a very spiritual and kind of interesting.
In a one-dimensional cardboard way. A lot of great writers have done some amazing stuff with it, but I don't know. Marvel's the one that has the characters with depth and with soul. Though
they had them. Okay.
DC just has archetypes. And just like with religious iconography, how artists can take that and make something beautiful out of it, artists and writers have taken DC's iconography.
And they've done some amazing things with it, but I mean, like, yes, I will agree with you. When Marvel started, they had the more three-dimensional characters. I think that over the time that has changed, and I think that, the base characters are still at DC and the stronger characters are still at DC. And I think worldwide, DC characters are more well-known. I think my guys beat the shit out of your guys. And I bet you this symbol is more recognized than any symbol at Marvel.
I think you're about 10 years out of date. I think you look at all the movies that have come out lately that are really popular. Spider-Man,
I'm telling
X-Men,
you, this symbol would be more popular
Iron
than
Man.
Spider-Man. I'm not saying box office, because
so.
box office...
Can
Box
you
office,
think of any
actually,
good-
hold on, box office, Batman.
Can you think of any good DC movie, DC story from before, like the 70s, that people really got into? You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't until writers started toying with the concepts of Superman and Batman, when your Frank Millers got in there, when your Alan Moores got in there.
All right, next up, slow or fast-moving zombies? So
Slow, no contest.
No, I'm
Slow-moving
completely
zombies.
with you on this one.
Romero started it, and that's the way.
And you know what? Like, I like the slow ones partially because they always seemed more indestructible, and it would always be like they would just swarm you. Like 500 would suddenly appear out of nowhere, and it would be like, okay, well I can fight them, and it's like, sure, you could fight 5 of them.
That's why they made them fast. I understand why they made them fast, because fast zombies make one zombie scary.
Yeah.
Like the slow-moving zombies, it was never, the fact that they could get you that was scary. I mean, I guess it was, but it was the sheer number of them. It was like we can't fight them. Look at them all. They're
like Night of the Living Dead, when you're stuck in the house, like that is a classic zombie. Yeah. But I mean, like, see,
it goes
original.
back to old movie monster tropes of the slow-moving mummy, the slow-moving Frankenstein, the slow-moving creature from the Black Lagoon. Like it's.
There's something about that. I mean, and I still find Night of the Living Dead one of the most terrifying movies. Yeah. And the old black and white one. I'm not talking the remake, but it is still one of the most terrifying movies.
Remake's damn good too, though.
The remake is damn good, but that first one where there's all these people trapped in there, because it not only plays on like the regular horror stuff, but there was a lot of psychological horror that went into that movie, and I think that was actually part of what makes the slow-moving zombies so much creepier is that they end up playing on a lot of psychological stuff because they can't move fast. And when you throw in fast-moving zombies, it's like, oh, okay, well, now he's just going to do an action movie.
Yeah.
And I might get into a lot of trouble for this, but I fell asleep during 28 Days Later. I was bored. I was so bored watching that movie.
I don't have anything against fast-moving zombies, but I think slow-moving zombies are more... I mean, if you're going to do fast-moving zombies, why even make them zombies? Just make them rage-infected.
Yeah, or something like that. All right, next up, SNES or Genesis?
I was a Genesis boy, but what I play most often now on Virtual Console or on my emulators is SNES.
Yeah, I gotta say, I mean, I had an NES. Back in the day. Yeah. But I always went over to my friend's place that had the Genesis because it was just
because Genesis does what Nintendo don't.
Yeah.
Get Joe Montana free, Pat Riley free, Buster Douglas free, Super Monaco GP free, or Collins free. What Nintendo don't.
Next up, the big geek question.
Oh, yeah. Wars or Trek?
Star Wars or Star Trek? I'm really at a loss on this one because I find it very, very hard to. I'm a flip-flopping geek on this one.
You serious?
Jar
Jar Binks.
If we exclude, no, hold on. You will not bash the Ewoks. Those were great. I love the Ewoks. No bashing the Ewoks. If we exclude episodes 1, 2, 3,
won't bash the Ewoks?
No bashing the Ewoks. If we exclude episodes 1, 2, 3 from the Star Wars trilogy.
Luca,
they were great. They were great, and the song that they had at the end of Return of the Jedi. Okay, that song was. If we exclude episodes 1, 2, 3, then I am a fan of Star Wars.
And the Christmas special.
And everything
most
that George
of the
Lucas
Clone
has
War
done
episodes that weren't done by Tartakovsky.
Okay, so if we only count episodes 4, 5, 6 of Star Wars, I'll say
not
Star
the special
Wars.
editions, the original prints.
However,
that's a lot of ifs.
Hold on. But if we exclude from Star Trek Voyager and Enterprise,
man, the 4th season of Enterprise got real good.
Too bad you had 1, 2, and 3 that sucked.
Yeah, you had to get through this indie stuff and through the Suliban crap.
And you have to completely exclude all of Voyager, which was just one of the biggest pieces of garbage ever. You know what I'm torn about?
Voyager was kind of like what they intended the original series to be like, with it, where it was like a kids show almost.
Yeah, and it was awful.
It wasn't good.
I guess I'm gonna side with Star Wars.
What?
I'm gonna side with Star Wars.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm gonna side with Star Wars. I guess we know where
this
Pete
may
stands
be the
on
final
this.
episode of the Geek side.
I'm gonna side with Star Wars.
Star Trek, all the way, all the way.
Whatever,
I mean, it's faltered big time. Even the new movie wasn't great. I'll give it that.
I'll say the new movie. I enjoyed the new movie.
It was dumb though. It
wasn't dumb.
Awesome. It was pretty to look at, but it was dumb.
It wasn't dumb. I thought it was really. All right, fine. It was good.
But Star Trek, all the way.
Whatever.
All the way.
Star Wars. My sabers versus your photons, and I win.
There are 4 lights.
There are 4 lights!
All right, 360 versus PS3. I'm going 360.
And how many? Oh, you're on your 3rd now?
Shut up.
All right, I'm gonna break this quiz and say the Wii.
No.
Wii.
That's not a real system. Pick a real system. You have to pick a system that actually has the capability.
The Nintendo DS.
You have to pick a system that has the capability of doing high definition. Oh, there goes your Wii out the window.
You can get component cables
No, it doesn't matter. It's not real HD. Pick a system that's real HD.
Well, okay, then I'm gonna say PS3 just because Kingdom Hearts.
No. For crying out loud, you gotta pick it.
But
Wimpy.
I don't own a PS3 or a 360.
I've owned
And
several.
when I get the money, I'll probably get a 360.
Better game
But I
selection.
really want to play Kingdom Hearts.
Let's move on. Best Whedon show
Okay, this is a tough one.
for you.
Well, just because I think Dollhouse has the potential to take the slot, in my opinion. Yeah, shake your head at me. I don't care. I think the themes that they're tackling are really deep, and the way that they are handling them is fascinating. But I don't think that show will be around long enough to be as fulfilling as what I think Whedon's best show is, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
While I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Firefly was the greatest series that Whedon ever did.
Big damn hero, sir.
Think we judge.
With some of the most interesting characters, some of the best writing.
It was good. It was really good.
It was by far some of the best writing. Cut down way too short, which I think everyone will agree with. But I enjoyed the characters on that show so much more. I enjoyed the writing so much more. I enjoyed the atmosphere so much more. Maybe it speaks to the desperate need that I want to be a space cowboy.
What exactly are you supposed to be?
Space cowboy.
Okay, A, there are no cows in space. B, didn't you wear that, like, 5 years ago.
So?
So don't you think you should move on?
But I think that
You know
show
what?
was,
That actually makes sense because I mean, you're more into sci-fi and I'm more into horror, so I
that's
can.
true. So
That
okay, so
that
in
makes
fairness,
sense.
yeah, all right.